सर, जागीरदार सर, तुमचे कॅमेरा आणि माईक ऑन करा, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही.
ये भारत खोलना क्या वाला कलेक्टर
So, very good afternoon to all participants of this second webinar being organized by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. And the topic for today's webinar is accreditation. And the expert resource person for this uh, session is Dr. M.D. Jagirdar sir. a person with a vast experience in teaching and administration. He is a member coordinator of National Assessment and Accreditation Council, NAC Bangalore. Also, former director, Maratha Shikshan Sanstha Institute of Management Study and Information Technology, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. Also, he was the director of Maulana Azad Education Trust, Maulana Azad Education Society, which is running around 15 institutions of higher education. And also, simultaneously, he has worked on both positions at Maulana Azad College and Vivekanand College, Aurangabad. Also, he was the head and vice principal of Maulana Azad College of Arts and Commerce up to 2003. He was also secretary Marathwada Mathematical Society, then member state level IQAC, chairman SLET Pune University. Also, he was the chairman Ekta Gramin Vikas Parishad Aurangabad. A person with a vast teaching and research experience of more than 31 years. Under his able guidance, he has also guided successfully PhD students, and also he has also undertaken a number of research projects, and also he has published a number of research papers, and he has been as a accreditation member to number of colleges. He has delivered talk in orientation, refresher courses, also worked as a chairman of BOS, also press advisory committee, finance committee, ordinance committee, absorption of surplus teacher, ideal teacher award committee, then preparation of master plan of the university, uh, also chairman for workload and flying squad committee, then member for fact finding committee of B.Ed colleges, academic award committee. So indeed, it is really an honor and pleasure for all of us to have him here as a resource person for this webinar. So not taking much time, I would request our respected resource person, Professor Dr. M.D. Jagirdar sir, to take over this session. So resource person has some technical issues. Within a minute, he will join. So by that time, I would like to tell you that the feedback form which is provided to you, feedback form has a capacity of issuing only 56 certificates uh, per day. So that is a limitation, and it is hardly impossible to give the manual certificate to each and everyone. That will also create a spelling mistake or affiliation mistake. So this uh, certificate providers or software has a capacity of 56 certificates per day. So all should be very patient. Certificate link will not be closed till each and every participant, though no, those who have joined this cloud meeting till he gets the certificate. And again, coming back to that sensitization program of NEP, it is requested that all faculty members should join that NEP sensitization program. I have pasted that thing in the WhatsApp group twice, thrice. The B schedule of January, still it is open, and all participants are requested to join. No registration fees is there. It is totally free. So it is my humble request to all participants to join. So our resource person, Dr. M.D. Jagirdar sir, has joined the cloud meeting. So I would now hand over the session to him. You can continue, sir. Jagirdar sir.
Hello,
Yes, sir. You are
I'm all
audible.
ready.
Yes, sir.
I am ready now.
Yes, yes. You can start. You can start, sir.
I can start.
Yes, sir. Your screen is also visible.
Yes. So I am very much thankful to the university and the director and the assistant director who have taken the very key issue as far as the NAC is concerned, because as far as the NAC accreditation is concerned, the university as well as the government have taken the very serious steps as to why the colleges should not be closed, or why the affiliation should not be withdrawn by the government and the university. If the colleges they fail to comply with the directions of the NAC. Now, I am really very much thankful to the director of the, the HRDC who has arranged this workshop or this seminar. But I would like to suggest one thing here, that the same situation should happen for the management, because this is the joint effort to be undertaken by the faculty, by the assistant professor, by the associate professor, by the professors, by the management, the principal, and others. Here, if at all the assistant professors are attending the workshop and they give some suggestion to the management, it may not be obligatory on the part of the management to accept it, because either the principal should be taken into confidence or the management people, because both of them, they are the implementing authorities of the NAC. Now we shall turn to the main issue of the accreditation. Now, as you know that the education plays an important role in the development of any nation, and therefore the higher education is to be the best, considering the quantity and the quality. As far as the quantity is concerned, we have no restriction, because nowadays there are more or less 11 to 1200 universities throughout the country, and more or less 45,000 colleges are there in the country. But there was no monitoring of the quality in the higher education institutions, because the number was a very large number, and as a result, as an outcome of the national education policy which has come into existence in 1986 and the action plan in 1992, the NAC has been established by the University Grants Commission as an autonomous body in 1994. And as a result, the main aim of the NAC is to assess and accredit the higher education institutions by considering their existing situation. Now, the main job of this institution is to assess and accredit and the higher education in India, to enhance and improve the quality of higher education. Now, when we talk of the quality, it is expected that all the stakeholders, including the students, the teachers, the management, employer, and the principal, they should also consider exactly the same. Now, taking into consideration the scenario from 1994, the status of accreditation, it is the information can be given as follows. The situation is given as on 19th of May 2023, in which the universities, there are 239 universities with A grade. There are 174 universities which have got B grade, and 17 of them they have got C grade. So total only accredited institutions like universities are 430. The colleges A grade, B grade, and C grade: 1916, 6196, 1145. Total colleges 9257. And as a result, if you see the scenario, the total number of colleges out of 45,000, more or less, 9,687 colleges have undergone A and A process. Hereafter, I shall not make use of the assessment and accreditation, but I shall make use of the short form as A and A. A stands for assessment, A stands for accreditation. So this is the very sorry state of affair as to as the NAC. This is the failure of the universities, as a matter of fact, not the NAC, because NAC has made it, the UGC has made it mandatory. As a result, it was the university to undertake the job of completing all the colleges to whom the NAC gradation has been given. But the same situation could not happen. Nowadays, this university, Dr. BAMU, has made it compulsory for all the colleges to complete the NAC on or before 31st of March in the initial stage, 2023, and later on, the government has extended the date up to 30th of June. But as a result, the figure, the institutions who have undergone the NAC procedure, they are as compared to the colleges is supposed to be negligible. So there is no response, as a matter of fact. Now, it was said that the government and some of the vice chancellors, they have taken care of as far as the fees is concerned. The private institutions say that the total fees to be paid to NAC is much more than that of expectation. So the government has requested the HRD ministry to cut down or to make the fees less as compared to the existing one. But this cannot be considered as one of the reasons, because in the granting aid as well as in the non-granting aid, there are several situations which has come up across by the people. As far as the government is concerned, the government has banned to appoint the teachers on the in the colleges. As a result, it may not be possible for the institution to sustain, to maintain, or to enhance the quality. Now, the same situation is in the unaided colleges, self-financing colleges. The teachers, because I am dealing one of the college, and we have advertised the post, but no response to the advertisement as far as the non-self-financing colleges are concerned. So this becomes a very precarious situation as far as the appointment of the faculty is concerned. And this is a logical step. Appointment of teachers will lead to the quality. If the teachers are appointed, at least some quality measures can be undertaken. But the same is not being situated. So government should take care of withdrawing the ban on the appointment of full-time teachers. No contract basis teacher will show their interest as far as the NAC accreditation is concerned. So the full-time teachers, they may be in a position to completely devote themselves for the A&A procedure. Now, what is the role of NAC? The role of NAC in a changing scenario of higher education is required to be redefined with respect to the recognition, accreditation, program accreditation, ranking of universities, preparation of national benchmarking, national international database, research and development center to be sent to the government of India through a policy recognition of regional state level accreditation bodies. The UGC and the state government made accreditation mandatory, failing which an unpleasant action is supposed to be taken by both, including the withdrawal of the affiliation. This has been mentioned, so I need not go into the details of this. So it is obligatory on the part of the institution to go in for the maintenance of the quality, that is the accreditation and assessment. Now, accreditation is an advancement and upgrading of programs and performance in higher education institutions. It is a supervisory and legal process. It means the educational institutions or a program has specific criteria for quality, thus it has reached to a specific required standards. Now, the objectives are defined in this case: continuous improvement of program accreditation. Now, I'm really sorry. This is a sorry state of affair as far as the program and the courses are concerned. The program is different than that of the course, but with the ambiguity, the instead of writing down the programs in the process of NAC, we go on giving the programs to them. So this should be taken care of. Program means BA is a program, BSc is a program, BCom is a program, PE is a program. I'm not about the courses in mathematics. If you take science, physics, chemistry, mathematics are the courses. Then economics, mathematical economics, and some other courses. They are the courses. So the difference between the courses and the program must be understood by the college or the principal. Now, continuous internal evaluation of students' learning program. This should be based on the academic calendar. I would like to ask you the question as to how many faculty members prepare the academic calendar as has been directed by the university. The university, affiliating university, have given the program of preparing the academic calendar, and in the academic calendar, every event is being given, is to be given by the department, respective department. But the same should not. But the same is not happening nowadays. Now, education program, academic activities, research and community involvement. Now, if you want to run the college, there must be some system, there must be some planning, there must be the future plan must be defined, the strategic plan must be defined, but the same is not there. Appointment, the recruitment policy, if you take the recruitment policy, can be defined. We will in no case appoint a person who does not fulfill the requisite qualification as has been laid down by either by the university or by the UGC. But we go on appointing the person with less qualification. As a result, the teacher as well as the management, the institution, both of them, they are the sufferers. This should not happen. So if the policy is there, if the system is there, system remains, main command go. So system must be there. Now, there was a criteria. Nowadays, it is just withdrawn this year in 23, that identification of students as slow and advanced learners. Identification of students as slow and advanced learners. We used to say the students, they are slow learners. As why? Is there any procedure? No. We want we undertake the counseling, and in the counseling we decide that XYZ is a slow learner, XYZ is an advanced learner. You have no right to say somebody as a slow learner or somebody as the advanced learner. But there must be a system, and as per the system, if it is decided that a particular student is a slow learner, a particular student is an advanced learner, then no objection. But nobody has taken the cognizance of that. Why? You just, the moment students are admitted, you just take the test. If you take the test, assess the papers, evaluate it, display it on the notice board, and see as if the students securing marks less than the passing percentage of the university, then alone he will be considered as a slow learner. More than 60 to 70% of marks will alone be considered the advanced learner. So this should be so there should be a system to identify the students into slow and advanced learner. But this is not being done. Highlights of the presentation. Now, in 2017 and before that also, the manuals for the affiliated as well as constituent colleges were there. For the university, it was there, but there was only one manual for all the institutions of higher education. Nowadays, they have prepared the manual for the constituent colleges, for the affiliated colleges, for the medical college, health sciences colleges, for the health sciences university, the university and others, Ayurvedic, medical facility, pharmacy, then homeopathic. For everyone, the NAC manual has been given along with the benchmarking. When the system is introduced in 2017, no benchmarking were provided to the colleges because it was only the DVV which could get the benchmarking from the NAC. What is the benchmarking now? Now, as far as the benchmarking for the colleges, affiliated colleges is concerned, if you complete 25 or more than 25 value-added courses or add-on courses. So greater than or equal to 25 value-added courses will give you the entire 4 marks. The system has been divided into into 5 as a matter of fact: 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 marks. If you complete it as per the benchmarking, 25 courses, value-added courses, you will get 4 marks. 4 marks multiplied by its weightage. What is the weightage of that? Says 20. So 20 into 4, you used to get 80 marks. Now here the same thing has not happened. If the ratio of the student teacher is less than 20:1, you will get 4 marks. Otherwise, you will get 3, 2, 1, even 0. Why the 0 concept has been introduced by the NAC? Because in criteria 3, there was a provision, there was a matrix, key indicator, consultancy. So when there was no consultancy culture in the college, it was obligatory on the part of the peer team members to at least give them 1 mark. So 1 multiplied by its weightage, say if its weightage is 40, 1 into 40 goes to 40. So unnecessary, the college used to get 40 marks. Nowadays, it has been withdrawn. If the consultancy culture is not available in the college, if there is no consultancy, you will get 0 marks. 0 multiplied by 40, that gives to 0 marks. So these are the modifications which have been given from time to time by the NAC. So the NAC manual, which was prepared in 2017, have been divided into several manuals according to the different programs, and as a result, there were some changes, more or less very much changes as far as the manual is concerned. What about the highlights of the accreditation? The revised A&A procedure has been introduced by the NAC. Introduction of the technology, it was introduced in 2017, and later on some changes were made accordingly. Introduction of the technology is there. Then key indicators have been reduced from say 90, 95 to 56 nowadays. I will go into the details later on. Introduction of pre-qualifier. This is the new concept which has been introduced by the NAC. Now, NAC, the entire process of accreditation has been divided into 2 parts. One is the qualitative part, which is considered as the descriptive part. Second is the quantitative part, where the figures, numbers, they are occurring, that can be considered separately. So 70% of the entire quantitative aspect goes to the system generated score, SGGS, system generated score, which we call it as nowadays, if we submit the SSR, the matter goes to DVV, data validation and verification, which we call abbreviated, which is called as DVV, data validation and verification. So if we send the data, if we send the entire SSR, that will go to DVV, and DVV, out of 70%, if you succeed in getting 25% of the marks, you will be held eligible, and that eligibility is called as the pre-qualifier. That means you have passed. Whatever documents you have submitted, you have passed in that. So that has been taken care of. So the introduction of technology, one aspect is there. Secondly, the introduction of the pre-qualifier has been introduced. That means if you pass, you will get the peer team visit. Otherwise, no. Then introduction system generated score, SGS, and the entire data, 100% data has been submitted to SGS, subject to a maximum of 70%. 70% for SGS and 30% for the members of the peer team. The peer team visit. If you are a pre-qualifier, the peer team will visit your institution and they will only be concentrating on 30%. That is the qualitative aspect. What is the quality to aspect? The first one, 1.1.1. I do hope that you might have read the manual. Have you read the manual, NAC manual for affiliated colleges? Yes. No reciprocation. Have you ever read the NAC manual for affiliated colleges? Okay. So then this has been defined. Then the process. What is the process of going to NAC? How do we approach the NAC for the assessment and accreditation? If my institute is to get accreditation from the NAC, what are the three processes? There are three levels of A&A. One is online submission of IIQA, institutional information on quality assessment. In that case, a particular format is given by the NAC. You have to fill up it. But before filling up the form IIQA, you have to register yourself for the AISHA. What is AISHA? All India Survey for Higher Education. You will get the code number from AISHA. That code number throughout the accreditation process is to be utilized by the institution, and that should be given to the NAC. Then online submission of IIQA. If you want to submit it, you have to submit all the entire record of appointment of teachers, number of students admitted, what is the intake capacity sanctioned by the government, then the statutory committees. There are two types of committees. One, statutory committee, second, non-statutory committees. Non-statutory committees appointed by the principal at the college level, institute level. Statutory committee means anti-ragging committee, grievance special committee, internal complaint committee, SC, ST cell, OBC cell, minority cell. So all the information they are to be given on the website. Minutes of the meeting should be recorded on the website. But you should simply write whether the statutory committees are in existence. You must say only yes, and then upload it on the college website. College website is a must. Every college should have the website of the institution. Then verification of IIQA by NAC. The moment you submit IIQA along with the fees of 25,000 plus the GST at the rate of 18%, which is the total comes to 29,500, you will get either the confirmation within 15 days or the rejection. If you get the confirmation from NAC, you have to submit your self-study report. We call it as SSR within a span of 45 days from the date of confirmation of IIQA. And if it is rejected, and this process is to be undertaken throughout the year. Now there were only 2 days. Now the days, considering the entire scenario of the higher education, NAC has extended that it should be throughout the year. Throughout the year, you can fill up the IIQA form. Now, when the IIQA is rejected by NAC, there are still 2 chances for you to go in for the NAC. So there are 2 chances with the same fees. You need not pay the fees, but you have got total 3 chances. 3 chances to get approval from the NAC for IIQA. And after that, if 3 times it has been rejected, then after that you have to submit the fresh form along with the fees of 29,500. So what has been done in the first level 1, we have registered on the for the NAC portal by giving the email of the institution, by giving the password. Then we have submitted the IIQA online. along with the fees of 29,500. If completed, if confirmed, within a span of 45 days, we have to submit the SSR, failing which your fees has gone. If it is rejected 2 times, in addition to the existing one, that means totally you have got 3 chances for submission of IIQA along with the same fees. But for the 4th time, you have to pay the fees along with the uh, the proposal. Then level 2, the moment you submit the SSR, that will be sent to the data validation and verification committee. Data validation and verification, that we call it as DVV. And DVV will have certain doubts. If the doubts are there, they will write it to the institution, and institution has to comply with the grievances or with the objection queries raised by the DVV. The moment it is said to them, if they are full, if the queries are good in number, or if they are fulfilled by the institution, you will get the status of the pre-qualifier score. That means 25% of out of 70% has been given to your institution, and you have become eligible for getting the peer team visit. So 25% score is mandatory for the peer team visit, pre-qualifier score. Kindly refer the standard operating procedure, which we call it as SOP. Standard operation procedure has been given by the NAC in the manual itself. Then along with it, in criteria 2, teaching, learning and evaluation, the system of student satisfaction survey, जे मागच्या वर्षीचे विद्यार्थी असतील त्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी त्या इन्स्टिट्यूटनी त्यांचे रोल नंबर, त्यांचा ईमेल ID, त्यांचा सेल नंबर, ते कोणत्या प्रोग्राम मध्ये आहे, त्यांचा ITR नंबर, जे काय असतील ते along with all the information it is sent to the NAC. Then the moment you submit the SSR, simultaneously DVV and the SSS process will start. एकाच वेळेस दोन्ही प्रोसेस ताबडतोब सुरू होतील. DVV कडे सगळा डाटा जाईल आणि स्टुडंट सॅटिस्फॅक्शन सर्वे करता विद्यार्थ्यांना मेल पाठवणं, NAC will send the mail to the student की what is the status of the college, what is the status of the teachers, what are you satisfied for learning. There are 20 questions will be given to the student, and 21 question will be given along with the 3 options for suggestions. So 20 questions together with 1 suggestion will have the entire marks. या सगळ्यामध्ये जर समजा काही चूक झाली तर you will not get the marks. So you must be very careful as far as the SSS student satisfaction survey is concerned, and it carries 60 marks. The weightage is 60 marks. So if you get some more than 10%, you will get 4 marks. So 4 multiplied by 60, it goes to 240 marks. So in this case, we have defined 2 things. One is the pre-qualification, pre-qualifier, number 1, and secondly, student satisfaction survey. What about number 3, level 3, peer team visit? The moment you satisfy the pre-qualification, that is at level 2, the institution secures 25% score at level 2, peer team will definitely visit the college. You will get the program for that. You will be communicated through a mail or on portal that you are pre-qualifier, you are passed in the pre-qualification. As a result, pay the fees, remaining fees of second installment of remaining fees 1,18,000, and then the logistic charges 2.36 lakhs. 2 lakhs rupees logistic charges together with the 18% GST, total goes to 2.36 lakhs, along with the 3 dates and 3 dates on the logistic issues, that is the hotels, how far is the airport, how far is the railway station, how far is the bus stand, and everything. So you have to submit it. The moment it is submitted, the first date will be either the first date or out of the 3 days, one date will be considered by NAC and it will be communicated to the college. When the college will be communicated, that will only they will only communicate as far as the visit date is concerned, but the names they will be communicated to the college before 3 days only. Then comes to college level matters. Now, what is in the hand of the principal? What the principal can do along with the members of the staff. So, for that purpose, it is obligatory on the part of the principal to appoint a steering committee who will look after all the NAC processes. First, constitution of the committees by the institution, by the principal, day-to-day monitoring progress of the work assigned to them, prepare the action plan for NAC assessment and accreditation, and appoint criteria-wise committees. Say if there are 28 teachers in a college, there are 7 criteria of the NAC. So 28 divided by 7 goes to 4. Hand over 1 criteria to 4 persons along with the chairman of the committee and make him responsible for the entire situation. Whatsoever may be the documents, what is quantitative? Quantitative means it is to be validated by the DVV. For that purpose, if you say that 60 is the intake capacity of the college, then for that purpose you have to submit the report, you have to submit the letter of the university or letter of the state government. You have to upload it, and then it will be seen that you have really uploaded the proper letters, and that will be taken into consideration. Failing which, it will not at all be taken into consideration. Without the document, no process will be taken into consideration. Then all the 7 criteria are to be distributed among the members, and all the members, it is obligatory on the part of all the members to give report to the principal, daily report to the principal as to whether it has been completed or not. Now, some of the people say that it is the work of IQAC. No. IQAC, as per the NAC guidelines, can be constituted only when the first cycle is over. If the college completes the first cycle, then it is obligatory on the part of the institution to establish the IQAC as per the guidelines of the NAC. What about the colleges to whom the IQAC is not there, to whom IQAC is not available in the college? For that purpose, your College Development Council, which has been established as per Section 97 of the Maharashtra Public University Act 2016, they are to be considered. So, for the first cycle, you can say IQAC/CDC. In short, we say that College Development Council. It is the head. All the initiatives will be discussed by the committees, and it will be forwarded to the College Development Council for its approval. The moment it comes from the College Development Council, it becomes necessary for the principal to send it to the higher authorities of the university or according as the case is. So this has become the scenario. Otherwise, we go on. If we say IQAC, the IQAC coordinator goes on displaying all the 7 criteria, gives a PPT, prepares the PPT of all on all the 7 criteria. I would like to ask them, is IQAC a committee? Not at all. IQAC is not at all a committee, but IQAC is a catalyst for the enhancement, for the sustenance of the quality. And what is that? What it decides? IQAC finds, IQAC plans, guides, and monitors. What is the planning? Initiatives are to be planned by the IQAC director, coordinator. Initiatives are planned for the first phase. Secondly, all the members of the IQAC should guide the other remaining members, non-IQAC members. And then whether it has been completed or not is to be seen by the IQAC or the College Development Council. That we call it as the monitoring. Now, I think this may be proper as far as the IQAC is concerned. Otherwise, we go on giving all the lessons on all the criteria. we identify the students, we give the strategic plan. It is not that. IQAC has to first define the initiatives. Which are the initiatives? Now, in criteria 6, there is a formation. The initiative, strategic plan, and its deployment. Deployment means implementation. तुमच्याकडे स्ट्रॅटेजिक प्लॅन काय तयार केलेला आहे? 3 वर्षाचा, 5 वर्षाचा, 7 वर्षाचा, 5 वर्ष, 7 वर्ष, 10 वर्ष, 5 वर्ष, 10 वर्ष आणि 15 वर्ष. या स्ट्रॅटेजिक प्लॅन डिफाईन केल्यानंतर त्याचं इम्प्लिमेंटेशन तुम्ही काय केलं? What type of implementation has been undertaken by the institute? For that purpose, the IQAC or the CDC should decide about the initiatives. They must plan the initiatives. How many initiatives are there? There are several initiatives. One is the preparation of academic calendar, ICT enabled teaching learning, strategic plan, skill development, implementation of e-governance. Several initiatives are there for the NAC. So all of them, they should be taken care of. Student-centric methods, सगळे initiatives, all of them, they should be taken together. Take at least 3 initiatives in a year. For the first year, 3 initiatives. Second year, 3 initiatives. Fourth year, third year, 3 initiatives. Fourth year, 3. And fifth year, the last one, whatsoever with the remaining. So all the initiatives are to be taken care of within a span of 5 years. कारण NAC तुम्हाला प्रत्येक गोष्टीत 5 वर्षाची हे मागते डॉक्युमेंट्स. All the documents pertaining to 5 years, they have been asked by NAC. So accordingly, if all the initiatives are defined by the NAC, and there must be properly conducted the meeting, they will definitely write down the minutes of the meeting. The main importance of IQAC is establishment of IQAC, then role of IQAC, aim of IQAC, then the initiatives to be defined by the IQAC coordinator along with the principal. Then all the initiatives should be distributed, and they must see the monitoring situation. They must see as to whether they have been implemented or not. So this is the main importance. And then write down the minutes of the meeting. So minutes of the meeting, they are very much important. आता आपण आपलं सगळं तयार करतो. वी बिलीव्ह इन मोर इन मॅनिप्युलेशन. या सगळ्या गोष्टी अगोदर होत्या. नॅकची सांगायची काही गरज नाही. इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी दॅट नॅक शुड टेल एव्हरीथिंग. It is you to decide as to whether the add-on courses are to, what for the add-on courses are there, or what for the validated courses are there, in order to make the curriculum enrichment, in order to make the curriculum employable. You must give some extra knowledge to the students apart from the curriculum. That is the main issue. But आपण ते पाहतच नाही. आपण म्हणतो we just go on saying, आपला मुलगा आहे, आपला मित्र आहे, आपला जो कोण नातलग आहे, we give them की prepare the curriculum. तो काय प्रिपेअर करणार आहे? So this should be, आपलं हे सोडून द्यायला पाहिजे. हे माझं आहे म्हणून ही इन्स्टिट्यूट माझी आहे. I belong to the institution. So institution should go up, should grow up. त्याकरता मी काय प्रयत्न करायला पाहिजे हे तुम्ही लोकांनी पाहायला पाहिजे. आपण फक्त काय करतो की चला जेवढं काही असेल तेवढं ते करायचं आणि घरी जायचं. That will not survive the purpose. This is the joint effort undertaken by all the faculty members, by all the stakeholders, faculty members, then teachers, principal, management, alumni, and all others. But we don't do that. So constitution of the steering committee is one of the most important tasks. Then criteria-based committee I have already told. Then NAC revised accreditation framework, RAF. त्याच्यामध्ये मी ऑलरेडी सांगितलेलं आहे. NAC quality concern to self evaluation. आता सेल्फ इव्हॅल्युएशन कसं करायचं? तर त्यामध्ये सेल्फ स्टडी रिपोर्ट इज टू बी सबमिटेड टू NAC. नीड्स इन्व्हॉल्वमेंट ऑफ ऑल द स्टेक होल्डर्स. मी ते ऑलरेडी सांगितलेलं आहे. टीचर पेरेंटची मीटिंग होती का? ॲल्युमिनी असोसिएशनची मीटिंग होती का? फॅकल्टी मेंबर्सची मीटिंग होती का? जस्ट wherever I went, I found the interaction of the faculty members with the members of the peer team was found very weak throughout the country. I have visited more or less all the colleges from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, but I found that the teachers, they do not take interest as far as the presentation of their own department is concerned. And what I have seen, they are not in a position. we have published 17 paper in in international journals. If I ask them one paper, give the name of one paper, he is not in a position to say. So what type of 17 papers are there? So this is as good as no paper. So you must be very cautious. The moment you write down, you must have the evidence of that. You must have the evidence, and it should be on the tip of your tongue. The peer team members can ask you anything. If you say 19 national paper and 5 international papers are published, and if they ask you one paper of national level, one paper of international level, it must be compulsory for you to give the name. But you don't do. आपण फार कॅज्युअल घेतो. कॅज्युअल घेतलं दॅट विल डेफिनेटली हार्म द इन्स्टिट्यूशन. मला असं वाटतं प्रत्येक वेळेस की माझी इन्स्टिट्यूशन ही माझी आहे. जसं अमेरिकन्स, इफ यू गो टू द अमेरिका, टू द युनायटेड स्टेट्स, इफ यू से he will never say that I belong to Maharashtra, I belong to Kerala, I belong to Tamil Nadu. He will say that I belong to India, I belong to USA. So this must be the spirit amongst all the stakeholders. Then the assessment process. I already told you, the first it will go to DVV, SSR online Patola, submission of SSR online. Number 2, the moment you submit the student satisfaction survey and the SSR and the DVV process will start. Later on, the pre-qualification will be decided by the DVV. The moment it is decided, it will communicate it to the college. If it is communicated to the college, then the college has to prepare for himself. The college has to pay the fees. The moment you pay the fees, will be given the you will give them the 3 days. The date will come. The peer team members will come, and later on you have to follow. Now the entire process has been given here. Graphically, I have represented that. Then where is the change? What is the change in the earlier manual and this manual? So this manual, submitting the SSR in the hard copy. Here, all the principals or the concerned persons to whom the work was entrusted, he used to take the copies of SSR to NAC office Bangalore and he used to submit it. Nowadays, it is not necessary. You can submit the SSR online. Online SSR is to be submitted. Then evaluation report of the department was in the earlier stage. Nowadays, no departmental profile is to be submitted to NAC. No data validation and DVV was not there in the earlier stage. Nowadays, the third party data validation and verification process is there. Then there is a change. Then the student feedback. You can take it online, you can take it offline, but it is necessary that online should take. Then no grade qualifier. That there was no pre-qualifier in the earlier stage. Nowadays, grade qualification is there. No penalty provision. Now there is a penalty provision. If you try to get the contents of some other people, some other college, that comes under the penalty, and you will be penalized accordingly. No penalty provision. Opt-out facility. Opt-out facility आता पुन्हा आणखी त्यांनी काढून घेतले आहेत. There was the opt-out facility. In the earlier stage, it was 50%. Sorry, it was 5%. Later on, it was made as 3%. Nowadays, it has been taken care of. It has been withdrawn, I think. So there is no opt-out. Opt-out म्हणजे ज्या opt-out चा अर्थ काय की the matrices in which no data was available. Say, for example, free sheet was the student in criteria 5. If you say free shape from the management, if you write down 0, 0, 0 for 5 years, it used to get it. So we can delete it. We can opt it out. आता तशी प्रोव्हिजन नाही. अशी एक प्रोव्हिजन अगोदर होती की how many students have been admitted from the other states, how many faculty members have been appointed from the other state. We used to give our feedback to NAC. So we said that if the selection committee is the same, if the advertisement is given in the national level paper, which comes under the category of ABC, where ABC stands for Audit Bureau of Circulation, या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपण फॉलो केल्यानंतर why a special treatment is to be given to a candidate to whom you are going to select only on the fact that he belongs to some other state. So that should not be taken care of, because the same weightage is to be given to all the candidates. The candidate who fulfills the requisite questionnaires of the expert should be taken into consideration. Otherwise, no. So that has been withdrawn. The other student from the other state, they have been withdrawn. सो अशा काही गोष्टी आहेत की ज्या गोष्टी आपल्याला ह्या ठिकाणी करता येत नाही, पण नॅक आपल्याला ते करायला सांगतं. आता आणखी याच्यात काही गोष्टी आहेत दॅट शुड नॉट बी टेकन केअर ऑफ. आता याच्यात प्रमोटिंग द रिसर्च वर तिसऱ्या क्रायटेरियामध्ये पहिला पॉईंट होता 3.1.1, दॅट हॅज ऑल्सो बीन विड्रॉन. कन्सल्टन्सी हॅज बीन विड्रॉन. तर तुमच्याकडे देखील काही अशा गोष्टी असतील तर यू कॅन कम्युनिकेट टू द नॅक ऑन द नॅक पोर्टल. नॅकचा आयडी आणि पासवर्ड जर तुम्ही घेतला यू कॅन कम्युनिकेट, पण आपण असं करतच नाही, कारण आपण वाचत नाही ना. वाचनाचा आणि आमच्या प्राध्यापकांचा काहीही संबंध नाही. आय एम एक्स्ट्रीमली सॉरी. I had been in the teacher association for 27 years at the regional level, at the state level, at the national level also. But the moment it comes, the reading आलं त्याचं कारण सांगतो तुम्हाला. When I had been to one of the college in Bijapur, I asked one teacher of history department, I asked one question to a teacher who belongs to the history department. Sir, what for Bijapur is famous? What was the reply of the candidate? What was the reply of the teacher? My teacher, I used to say. He said that I was busy with the NAC work since last 2 years. As a result, I could not get time for reading the paper. Is it a question to be asked? Is it a reply to be given to a person who has come as a member of the PA team? की बिजापूर कशाकरता फेमस आहे आपल्याला माहित असेल तर व्हॉट फॉर आर यू लिसनिंग मी? हॅलो हॅलो हॅलो.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are they listening me?
Yes. Because because 100 participants are there, no, sir. So we have muted all them.
हाँ.
किसी का माइक खुला रहेगा तो अपना लेक्चर डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है, इसलिए हमने म्यूट रखा है. जब क्वेश्चन आंसर्स जब हम पूछेंगे जब उनके माइक हम अनम्यूट करेंगे.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
So this was the answer. So next we shall go to these are the important numbers. Nowadays there are only this I have shown. Now total 7 criteria are there. Key indicators are 32. The quantitative metrics are 34 and the qualitative metrics are 22. Now the NAC has diluted the process of NAC in a much more easier manner. Here before there used to be 91 quantitative matrices and some 36, 32 qualitative matrices. Nowadays there are only 56 qualitative and quantitative matrices, out of which you can easily get A grade. But what type of A grade you want? It is to be accredited. NAC ने सिर्फ कॉलेज accredit करना so that we can start other colleges. ऐसा नहीं है. It is your institute. You must have good rapport for that. Now I am an advisor of one of the institute in Bombay. They have got A double plus grade. The University of Health Sciences have got A double plus grade. As a result, they could start the medical college, the pharmacy college, and enhance the seats. One dental college, to whom I was the advisor, they have got A double plus grade. As a result, they got the grant of 66 lakhs from the University Grants Commission. So don't you think that your college should also get grant if you get good grade? So you must definitely give a thought to that. So non-applicable indicators, not necessary. Now there are 7 criteria. These are the earlier criteria. They have been replaced by these criteria: research, innovation, and extension. consultancy has been removed and innovation word has been replaced. Then the institutional value and best practices. You have to define the best practices according as the case of the college. Then key indicators. What about the marks? The marking system is given here. So the first criteria has got 100 marks. Second criteria has got 350 marks. But out of that, as the preparation of the national education policy, what they did, they did what they did. They have introduced the OBE, outcome-based education. Outcome-based education has been given due importance, and as a result, it has got 90 marks. This is 2.6.2 attainment as well as the course outcome, program outcome, and its attainment. So you have to calculate accordingly. Now, the student satisfaction survey has got 60 marks, and the other you can see student enrollment profile. If it is more than 85%, you will get 40 marks. Then catering to students diversity, the same I already explained. Then teaching learning process, whether it is a student-centric method, experimental method, role play, then your participative management, participative learning, and so on. Problem solving, then you will get 40 into the marks you actually get it for that, either 3 or 4 or 2. So the marking system has been. Now teacher profile and quality. Teacher profile means whether the teacher, how many PhD teachers are there, how many PhD recognized guides are there, how many PG recognized teachers are there, how many teachers who have been appointed permanently, how many teachers who have been appointed on temporary basis. Now, it was a sorry state of affair to say here that some of the universities they don't accept the proposition of temporary teachers. NAC itself has said that temporary teachers mean teachers appointed by the management. Are they not the temporary teachers? They are the temporary teachers. So permanent teachers together with the temporary teachers, both of them, they can be admitted by the NAC. And there is no bad precedence here. Even if the NAC says teachers appointed from management, even if it is considered as a bad precedence, they are the teachers imparting instruction to the students. So in the absence of the ban on appointment, what the management can do, they can easily appoint the teachers on the contract basis, on the temporary basis. So that should also be taken into consideration. In our university also the same thing has happened. I had a talk with the Honorable Vice Chancellor, but he did not agree to my proposal. But I still remember that this should be taken care of. Then the research. Now, in the research, the most important one is publication of papers, then conduct of IPR conferences, research methodology, entrepreneurship, then your extension activities. Your extension activities and your extension and outreach activities, they can be taken together. Adoption of village, as a matter of fact, UGC has made it mandatory for all the institutions to take at least 5 villages as the adopted villages. So 5 villages, they are to be taken care of by the institution and they should be adopted with a तुम्ही जर 5 लोक अडॉप्ट केले, 5 कॉलेजेस सॉरी 5 विलेजेस अडॉप्ट केले, तर त्यामध्ये सगळे प्रॉब्लेम्स येतात. ब्लड डोनेशन कॅम्प येतो, एड्स अवेअरनेस येतं, हेल्थ अँड हायजीन येतं, त्याच्यानंतर तुमचं एज्युकेशन येतं, नंतर आणखी बाकीचे अनेक इश्यू येतात. ट्रॅफिक जामचं येतं, road safety is there. Every atom is being utilized in that. So adoption of a village is a must on the part of the colleges. At least 5 villages should be taken care of by the institution. Then the fourth criteria is the criteria for the management. How much infrastructural facilities are there? Now, this will the policy matters in this case. What type of policies you are covering? So that should be taken care of. Policy on the maintenance, expenses made on administrative staff, extension made on academic matters. So expenses on academic, administrative, and maintenance should be focused and it should be reflected in the audited statement. या सगळ्या गोष्टी ऑडिटेड स्टेटमेंट मध्ये आल्या, and if you upload it, it is necessary for DVV to take into consideration. Otherwise, you will never be given the marks. All the policy matters are to be taken care of, excluding the salary component. सॅलरी कॉम्पोनंट जेवढ्या खर्चामधून समजा 100 रुपये तुमचा खर्च आहे, त्यातले 70 रुपये याला गेले सॅलरीला, तर द रिमेनिंग बॅलन्स ऑफ 30 रुपीज इज टू बी डिस्ट्रीब्युटेड फॉर अकॅडमिक डेव्हलपमेंट, फॉर ऍडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव्ह डेव्हलपमेंट अँड फॉर मेंटेनन्स पर्पजेस. सो त्याचं जस्टिफिकेशन त्या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला द्यायला पाहिजे. 5व्या क्रायटेरियामध्ये सगळ्यात महत्वाचं आहे की विद्यार्थ्यांना किती स्कॉलरशिप, किती कोणकोणत्या स्कॉलरशिप मिळतात. एक तर गव्हर्नमेंटची, if the government scholarship is there, it is certified by the respective authority. If the college feeship is there, it is to be endorsed along with the minutes of the meeting by the concerned authority, by secretary or the president. आणि त्याच्यामध्ये जे विद्यार्थी सोडून जातात त्यांची देखील तुम्ही त्या वेव्हर मध्ये नाव घालू शकता. बट इट शुड बी सीन दॅट how much quantum is there, what type of, how many students are there. So पहिला जो क्रायटेरिया आहे, इन्स्टिट्यूशनल विजन अँड सॉरी डायरेक्टली कमतात सॉरी हा 5व्या क्रायटेरियामध्ये स्टुडंट सपोर्ट, देन स्टुडंट प्रोग्रेशन, स्टुडंट पार्टिसिपेशन अँड अल्युमिनी. तर त्यामध्ये हे पाहायला पाहिजे. आता स्टुडंट सपोर्ट मध्ये, दिस इज अ सपोर्ट, फ्रीशिप इज अ सपोर्ट, नंतर स्कॉलरशिप इज ऑल्सो अ सपोर्ट. Engaging the students in a remedial coaching classes is also a support. ATM आहे का, त्याच्यानंतर हॉस्टेल आहे का, त्याच्यानंतर रिक्रिएशन फॅसिलिटीज आहे का, प्लेग्राऊंड आहे का, इंडोर आउटडोर गेम खेळायला जागा आहे का, ऑल ऑफ देम दे शुड बी सीन इन दॅट. सो स्टुडंट पार्टिसिपेशन अँड ऍक्टिव्हिटीज, त्यांच्या काय ऍक्टिव्हिटीज म्हणजे कल्चरल ऍक्टिव्हिटी आहे, स्पोर्ट्स ऍक्टिव्हिटीज आहे, ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी तुम्ही सगळ्या पाहायला पाहिजे. तर ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी पाहून फक्त जमणार नाही, तर त्या तुम्ही स्वतः केल्या पाहिजे. यू मस्ट बी आयदर इन चार्ज ऑफ एनी प्लेसमेंट सेल घ्या. प्लेसमेंट सेल मध्ये एखादा प्राध्यापकच त्यामध्ये इन्चार्ज असतो. इफ ही इज इन्चार्ज, ही मस्ट लुक आफ्टर द प्लेसमेंट ऑफ द स्टुडंट. द मोमेंट ही कम्प्लीट्स हिज ग्रॅज्युएशन, ही मस्ट बी प्लेस समवेअर. तर त्याच्याकरता काय प्रयत्न केल्यानंतर इफ यू सक्सीड इन दॅट, देन व्हॉट आर द पर्स गिवन बाय द कंपनी और बाय द इन्स्टिट्यूशन, या सगळ्या गोष्टीचं लेटर जे आहे, लेटर ऑफ अपॉइंटमेंट, ते तुम्ही प्रोक्युअर करायला पाहिजे. इट इज टू बी अपलोडेड. मी सांगितलं की माझ्याकडे 100 प्लेसमेंट झालेले आहेत, तर आय नीड टू अपलोड 100 documents, 100 appointment orders. Then it will be seen that it is really validated. Otherwise, no. Nantar alumni engagement. Every college to whom I am made, I suggested that hand it over to an advocate. He will bring the registration certificate. The moment registration certificate is brought, you will definitely get good marks, even if he has not contributed. But ते करायला काही तयार नाही. सो अल्युमिनी असोसिएशन इज टू बी रजिस्टर्ड. त्यांचं पैशाच्या बाबतीतच, इन लिeu ऑफ मनी दे शुड नॉट कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट. इन लिeu ऑफ बुक्स ऑल्सो दे कॅन कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट. In lieu of placement also they can contribute. In lieu of conduct of value-added courses, or in lieu of conduct the enrichment of curriculum, या सगळ्या गोष्टीमध्ये त्यांचं पार्टिसिपेशन असलं पाहिजे. दॅट इज अ सपोर्ट टू द स्टुडंट्स. आणि म्हणून अल्युमिनी असोसिएशन मस्ट बी फोकस्ड. आणि याचा द इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ दिस अल्युमिनी असोसिएशन आय हॅव सीन इन वन ऑफ द कॉलेज in Tamil Nadu. The moment alumni association meeting was there, and the members of the PAT, we went there. The people, including the MLAs, they started giving cash amount to the principal in lieu of the support. So he stopped doing that. If you take them into conference and say that this is also your work, get the enhancement as far as the quality is concerned in the institution, they will definitely contribute something. So contribution of alumni is a must, and their minutes of the meeting should be recorded. How many meetings they have conducted is to be seen. Then leadership. You have to submit the institutional the vision and mission. Here marks may be something different. No, they are the same. Then strategic development, and I have explained this. Then faculty empowerment program. आता फॅकल्टी एम्पॉवरमेंट प्रोग्रामला 33 मार्क्स त्यांनी दिलेले आहेत की तुम्ही काही गोष्टी ऑर्गनाईज केल्या आहेत का, फॅकल्टी करता, नॉन टीचिंग स्टाफ करतात, त्या गोष्टी आपण करायला पाहिजे, ते आपण करत नाही. व्हॉट इज देअर अटेंडन्स, त्याचा फोटोग्राफ, एखादा एक्सपर्ट आला असेल तर एक्सपर्टचं ओपिनियन, त्याचा फीडबॅक, या सगळ्या गोष्टी इट शुड बी सीन बाय ऑल द हाऊ मेनी फॅकल्टी मेंबर्स हॅव बीन डेप्युटेड नॉमिनेटेड फॉर रिफ्रेशर कोर्सेस, ओरिएंटेशन, या गोष्टी. आता तर याला गव्हर्नमेंटच पैसे देते, आता देतं की नाही माहिती, पण आमच्या वेळेस द्यायचं 3,000 रुपये. त्यानंतर इन्स्टिट्यूशनल आता बेस्ट प्रॅक्टिसेस शुड बी सीन बाय द रिस्पेक्टिव्ह कॉलेज, बिकॉज त्यांच्याकडे काय बेस्ट प्रॅक्टिसेस आहे हे इथं बसून मला सांगता येणार नाही, ते यू मस्ट सी टू इट. की इंडिकेटर विथ मार्क्स, आता बाकी सगळे मार्क्स दिलेले या ठिकाणी. या ठिकाणी पहिल्या क्रायटेरियावर काहीतरी सांगायचं राहिले असं वाटतं मला. जस्ट 1 मिनिट. करिक्युलर आस्पेक्ट पहिल्या याच्यात दिलेलं आहे की करिक्युलम डिझाईन अँड डेव्हलपमेंट, तर दॅट इज नॉट इन द हँड्स ऑफ द कॉलेज. इथे तुम्ही क्लिअर कट सांगायला पाहिजे, यू मस्ट क्लिअर कट bring it to the notice of the members of the peer team कि being affiliated college, there is a limited scope of planning and implementation of the curriculum. However, we have a mechanism of obtaining the feedback from all stakeholders, analyze it and submit it to the university through college development council if it is the first cycle. या गोष्टी तुम्ही जर सांगितलं, दे विल डेफिनेटली अप्रिशिएट, पण असं कोणी बोलतच नाही. आपण असं कसं सांगायचं, असं सांगणं आवश्यक आहे, बिकॉज यू कॅनॉट इम्प्लिमेंट, यू कॅनॉट डिझाईन द करिक्युलम इज एंटायरली इन द हँड्स ऑफ द युनिव्हर्सिटी. नंतर करिक्युलम प्लॅनिंग अँड डेव्हलपमेंट झालं, इम्प्लिमेंटेशन झालं, अकॅडमिक फ्लेक्झिबिलिटी. सीबीसीएस इटसेल्फ इज ए फ्लेक्झिबिलिटी. त्यामध्ये काही कोर्सेस, व्होकेशनल कोर्सेसचे सर्टिफिकेट कोर्सेस सुरू केलेले आहेत का, पीजी आणि युजीला तुम्ही काही गोष्टी सुरू केलेल्या आहेत का, डिस्टन्स एज्युकेशन मोडमध्ये काही सुरू केलेलं आहे का. म्हणजे एका वेळेस विद्यार्थ्याला फक्त डिग्री प्रोग्राम ची डिग्री मिळवण्याकरता त्याचा उपयोग होत असेल तर दॅट इज नॉट टेकन इन टू कन्सिडरेशन. बट in addition to that, if he is in receipt of some knowledge, his personality will definitely be, you are immediately trying to develop his personality. म्हणून पर्सनॅलिटी डेव्हलपमेंट करता बाकीचे जे काही कोर्सेस आहेत त्या याच्यामध्ये ते आहेत का, तर ते तुम्ही पाहायला पाहिजे. आपल्याला हे माहित नाही, नेपटेल माहित नाही, त्याच्यानंतर मूक माहित नाही, ते सगळं तुम्ही पाहायला पाहिजे. नंतर करिक्युलम एनरिचमेंट, त्याचा एनरिचमेंट करण्याकरता व्हॅल्युएटेड कोर्सेसचा वगैरे उपयोग होतो. नंतर त्याचा एम्पॉवरमेंट ऑफ वुमेन आहे. नंतर फीडबॅक सिस्टीम, सगळ्यात महत्वाचं म्हणजे फीडबॅक सिस्टीम आहे. फीडबॅक सिस्टीम मध्ये इफ यू कलेक्ट द फीडबॅक, नंबर 1, नंबर 2, अनालाइज इट थ्रू ए कमिटी, नंबर 3, send it to the college development council for recommendation to be sent to the university. And 4, what action university has taken, how much curriculum is enriched by the university, त्याचं पर्सेंटेज जर काढलं, नाही काढलं तरी एवढ्या सगळ्या गोष्टी केल्या. आणि सगळ्यात शेवटी अपलोड जर ते केलं, पोस्टेड ऑन द वेबसाईट ऑफ द कॉलेज, या 4 गोष्टी जर तुम्ही केल्या, फीडबॅक कलेक्शन, अनालिसिस and posted on the website, तर you will get 4 marks. 4 multiplied by त्याचं जे वेटेज आहे 30 मार्काचं, त्याचं जे वेटेज आहे 20 मार्काचं, 20 मल्टिप्लाइड बाय 4, 80 मार्क्स. म्हणून यू कॅन बॅक अप दी मार्क्स कसे घ्यायचे ते एक एक जर तुम्ही पाहिलं तर यू विल डेफिनेटली डू इट. कारण बेंच मार्किंग ह्या ठिकाणी आलेली आहे. टीचिंग लर्निंग मध्ये महत्वाचा क्रायटेरिया आहे विद्यार्थ्यांचा रिझल्ट, त्याच्यानंतर तुमचं टीचर प्रोफाईल जे मी सांगितलेलं आहे, आणि स्टुडंट सेंट्रिक ऍक्टिव्हिटीज त्या ऑलरेडी तुम्हाला एक्सप्लेन केलेल्या आहेत, डिटेल सांगायची काही गरज नाही. नंतर आउटकम बेस्ड एज्युकेशनला आता 90 मार्क्स जवळजवळ ठेवलेले आहेत. त्याच्यामध्ये कोर्स आउटकम, प्रोग्राम आउटकम, प्रोग्राम स्पेसिफिक आउटकम PSOs आणि अटेनमेंट ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी जर तुम्ही केल्या तर यू विल डेफिनेटली गेट. जस्ट 1 minute. क्रायटेरिया फॉर असेसमेंट मी ऑलरेडी सांगितलं की 7 क्रायटेरिया आहेत. 7 क्रायटेरिया विल डिसाइड द क्वालिटी ऑफ द इन्स्टिट्यूशन आणि ह्या सगळ्यांचा उपयोग त्याकरता होणार आहे. की इंडिकेटर्स, नवीन की इंडिकेटर कोणकोणते आलेले आहेत पहा. टीचर प्रोफाइल अँड क्वालिटी 2.4, स्टुडंट सॅटिस्फॅक्शन सर्वे क्वाइट न्यू 2.7, इनोव्हेशन इकोसिस्टीम 3.3, alumni engagement 5.4, institutional values and social responsibilities 7.1 आणि institutional distinctiveness 7.3. हे सगळे नवीन आलेले आहेत. दे हॅव बीन इनकॉर्पोरेटेड अमॉंग्स्ट आणि हे पेपर मध्ये आहेत. स्टुडंट सॅटिस्फॅक्शन सर्वे एका एक्सेल शीट मध्ये पहिले 500 विद्यार्थी जर टाकले तर उरलेले विद्यार्थी दुसऱ्या एक्सेल शीट मध्ये पाठवावे लागतात. तुम्ही जर सगळे एका शीटवर पाठवायचा प्रयत्न केला तर इट विल नॉट बी एक्सेप्टेड. आणि याच्यामध्ये आता पर्सेंटेज ज्यांना विचारायचं आहे, ज्यांना ईमेल पाठवायचे, दॅट हॅज बीन व्हेरी. तर काही ठिकाणी पहिल्याने 10% होते, नंतर 30% होते. आता पुन्हा काहीतरी चेंजेस झालेले आहेत. दॅट कॅन बी सीन. पेनल्टी आहे आता याच्यात. तुमचा यावेळेसचा SSR मिनिमम याच्यात पाहिजे. एनी क्वेश्चन्स? Yes.
Participants, do you have any question? You can raise your hands. I will unmute you.
Anything is left. Anything is left. कोणाला काही विचारायचं असेल तर तेही विचारू शकता.
Participant, तुम्ही रेज हँड करा किंवा तुम्ही स्वतःला अनम्यूट करा आणि प्रश्न विचारा. You can unmute yourself and you can ask the question to the honorable resource person if you are having any query.
जास्त वेळ झाला का?
This is Dr. Shoma Das. Good evening, sir. Hello, sir. It is audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, sir. Sir, in criteria 7, that under the institutional based practices, so institutional data we get from the university, right? And best practices, actually, sir, if I can know a little bit more, it will be helpful to me. What criteria will include under the best practices? In
Now,
criteria.
Madam.
Yes, sir.
It all depends on the institute.
Okay, sir.
What type of activities you have undertaken as far as the extension and outreach activities. That from that you can extract the best practice. And what are the evidences for that? What is the aim for that? You are already undertaken, so that can be considered as a best practice. बरोबर. आणि दुसरी आता बेस्ट प्रॅक्टिस मी पहिल्यांदा सांगितलं की इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन द कॉलेज. कॉलेजमध्ये काय काय गोष्टी चांगल्या आहेत हे प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटने किंवा सगळ्या लोकांनी एकत्र मिळून जर डिसाईड केलं तर यू कॅन इझिली गिव्ह ए सेकंड बेस्ट प्रॅक्टिस. 2 बेस्ट प्रॅक्टिसला इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन द कॉलेज. मला मी इथे सांगून तुम्हाला कळणार नाही ते. त्या बेस्ट प्रॅक्टिस यू हॅव टू डिसाईड डिस्टिंक्टिव्हनेस आणि हे. जसं डिस्टिंक्टिव्हनेस एका इन्स्टिट्यूटने मांडला होता की while in corona the parents who have gone, their kids, they have been provided with the financial assistance. So that can be considered as a distinctiveness because every institute is not supposed to do that. Only 1 or 2 institute can do. So you can have.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
Dr. Mukund.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, actually, our institute has submitted SSR report online, and we have not received dates from committee for visit.
Yes,
but in the due course of these 1.5 months, we have realized that there are some corrections in our report. So how to tackle now whatever we have submitted online and whatever we are going to give them in print form?
Mr. Mukund,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Mukund, now the problem of addition of in SSR is not permissible. Whatever is submitted, that will go to DVV and they will ask you the questions. If you have submitted some wrong things or something which is not relevant, so that will be taken care of by DVV. Now you have no business to edit the contents of the SSR. And the moment you say that you didn't get the date, now date because of the technical issue in I think the manual, the server. Most of the colleges they are not in receipt of the dates, so you must wait. You must go on writing down on portal. You must raise the issue. We have submitted the SSR. The DVV has been undertaken. We have taken care of. Pre-qualification आले तुमचं?
नाही आलेलं सर.
नाही मग ज्या अर्थी तुमचं SSR सबमिट झाला त्या अर्थी प्री क्वालिफिकेशन आले तुमचं का नाही?
नाही म्हणजे विद्यापीठाने तर आम्हाला अजून कम्युनिकेट नाही केलं.
नाही विद्यापीठ नाही करणार. कोणतं विद्यापीठ आहे?
महात्मा फुले कृषी विद्यापीठ राहुरी.
ते तुम्हाला ते पोर्टलवर येईल आणि तुम्हाला मेल पण येईल.
येस सर. येस सर.
प्री क्वालिफिकेशन जर मेल आला तरच तुम्हाला पुन्हा सेकंड इन्स्टॉलमेंट आणि लॉजिस्टिकचे पैसे भरावे लागतील. त्याच्यानंतर मग तुम्हाला 3 डेट द्यावे लागतील. ते प्रॉबेबल डेट देतात. त्याच्याशी संगती ठेवून त्याला फॉलो करून यू गिव्ह 3 days and then submit it along with the hotels and name of the hotel. You will get the date within a month or so.
ओके सर.
सध्या सगळीकडे प्रॉब्लेम आहे. पण पहिल्यांदा सध्या तुम्ही तुमचा SSR जो सबमिट झालेला आहे त्यामध्ये काही चुकीचं भरलंय का?
नाही म्हणजे काही चुकीचं नाही भरलेलं. एव्हरीथिंग इज राईट बट सम इनकम्प्लीट डेटा इज देयर. म्हणजे जिथे आपण पूर्ण द्यायचं होतं तर
इनकम्प्लीट असेल तर DVV इटसेल्फ विल राईट की ह्या गोष्टी इथं असं झिरो आहेत. वी हॅव सेड नथिंग असं तुम्हाला येईल. त्याचं तुम्ही उत्तर द्या व्यवस्थित.
ओके.
पण त्याला एडिट करण्याचा तुम्हाला अधिकार नाही आता.
चालेल सर. चालेल. थँक्यू.
एनी मोर क्वेश्चन्स? कोणाचे काही प्रश्न असतील आपण सध्या सर अवेलेबल आहे आपल्याला. आपण अनम्यूट करून सरांना प्रश्न विचारू शकतात. येस अपर्णा राव मॅम.
I was actually like a management representative.
You are not audible, ma'am. You take just mic close to you.
Okay. Now am I audible?
No, you just take it close to you, to your face, so that it is very low voice of yours.
I'll put it on chat, my question.
Yes, you can. A little loud you can speak.
Yeah. Is this better?
Yes.
So, one of the... Yeah.
Hello. सांगा. Yes.
Yes,
Madam.
I think that she got disconnected. Anyone else want to ask the question regarding SSR, DVV? So really a nice platform for all of us to have such an experienced person, face-to-face interaction with him through an virtual mode. Any queries, participants? Now you can unmute yourself and you can ask.
What has happened to Aparna?
She got disconnected, sir, due to connectivity issue.
No, I'm here, but
Yes.
The mic is not working. I put my query on the chat.
You have put it in the chat, ma'am?
Yes.
She has written that DVV did not accept all the data uploaded for college in Mumbai, where I am a management council member.
Achha, all the data?
All DVV did not accept all the data uploaded for the college in Mumbai as the result score was lower.
Achha. That may not be relevant. The DVV has no right to reject it unless it is not relevant. जो डॉक्यूमेंट रिलेवेंट है वही लेगा, अदर that will not be taken into consideration because there is a committee, there is a 3-man committee. Whatever DVV does, it comes to the committee and then it is taken care. Finally, it is taken care. So you are the member of the management. Hello.
Rao ma'am, you can put your if further queries in the text chat box.
Yes, I will.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm on the management council.
Huh.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Any more questions from the participants?
100 लोक आहेत तर 100 प्रश्न यायला पाहिजे.
I have pasted the feedback link in the chat box. All of you are requested to fill your feedback. I have pasted the feedback link in the chat box. So if no queries are there, we can conclude this session with the permission of our honorable guest, Dr. M.D. Jagirdar sir. So on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, my special thanks to our mentor, to our advisor, Honorable Dr. M.D. Jagirdar sir, for sparing his valuable time and giving us a valuable insight on and his experience on the accreditation. I hope that many queries have been solved by him today through his lecture. So I'm really thankful to Dr. M.D. Jagirdar sir on behalf of this entire group. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So thank you very much for giving me the chance to have an interaction with the 100 participants who have come here, and they will definitely do the needful because they want to retain in the same field of education. So they will definitely make the management and the principal feel that it is obligatory on the part of every institution to go in for that. So they must definitely do it as far as possible. And whatever difficulties are there, they can raise it to you and you can give it to me. I will definitely try to give them the solution for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time, sir.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Karu banda.
So, yes, sir. So, I now declare that this webinar on accreditation is over. And in future, if the webinar is scheduled, we will share the things in the WhatsApp group created by MMTTC. So I hope that kindly go through the meeting. And again, my humble request to all of you to kindly register for the sensitization program on NEP through MMTC portal of UGC. B schedule, January B schedule from 20th January to 30th January. Still, we have a vacancy of around 50 seats. 150 seats have filled. After 200, the portal gets closed. So it is a request to all of you that to those who want to join, it is a free of cost course and it will be only in the afternoon session. तो सभी से मेरा निवेदन है कि आप सभी वो कोर्स को ज्वाइन करिए और जिसे जनवरी में चांस नहीं मिलता है तो हर महीने 2 NEP के सेंसिटाइजेशन प्रोग्राम यूनिवर्सिटी ग्रांट्स कमीशन ने हमें मैंडेटरी किया है कंडक्ट करने के लिए विदाउट एनी registration fees. So kindly go through the WhatsApp group. Thanks a lot. I now declare this session is over. Thank you. Thanks.